They are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he refused to sell out. One of the books I read that exposed me to the sabotage and treachery of men was A Man of the People, written by Chinua Achebe. If you have read this book, you will appreciate the strength of character of our very own Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The truth is, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to play the game of the government, he would have been free by now. And playing the game of the government is betraying all of you who have hope in him. In this book, Achebe presented a man who championed the plight of his people and confronted the powers that be. One day he got arrested and imprisoned. Right inside the prison, he sold out and started working for the government against his own followers. He was the brain behind the killing of most of his followers. The irony of it all was that his group kept fighting in honor of him, not knowing the very person they were fighting against happened to be their own very leader. Here the government dribbled them all. Achebe was a man who saw tomorrow. Achebe's works exposed both the Europeans and the dubious African leaders. Achebe's works show he understood the game of today. It can be said he lived beyond his time. Today, many Igbo politicians, including governors and senators, don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed. Most of them lobbied for him to remain in prison. They want him to remain in prison because he refused to join them in keeping you down. He refused to sell you out. He refused to take his own share of the oil money and destroy your only hope for freedom. He is there so that you will be free. He is there so that you will have dignity as a human being. While you bed your wife, this man is in detention being tortured just because he said enough of the marginalization of his people. You talk to your sons and daughters, but here is a man who has not in 3 years seen his son. He did these not because of himself, but for us. If he wants to sell out, the dubious leaders you have are ready to pay him billions, but he said no simply because of the love he has for you all. What does he expect from you? Just your dedication and support. Before his ordeals, he said he won't disappoint us, but we will disappoint him. Ask yourself, have you disappointed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If you have left the structure he built and nurtured, you have disappointed your master. Go back home and make peace now. Elachukwu Hagi, philosopher, teacher and activist. December 2023. Nigeria will be forced to grant Biafra her referendum because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is paying the price. Ndigbo Equichirigo. Stay tuned and have a blessed Sunday.